So welcome to I guess the podcast. Actually, it's more like the August podcast basically because we're
The
doing all this.
August.
We're doing this monthly. We're doing all this
We're doing this
monthly.
monthly. Yeah, we're
So
doing this
yeah, once
monthly.
again, I'm Gamonic, and
Spirits is here.
so for today's podcast, we're gonna be basically talking about just cover Vanguard stuff. Mainly the mask, like all the masks that's currently been released, and our predictions on how itself and all the supports will play the game. I guess we can also go to the BT11 meta that'll be going for English, and
Predicting the set 12 meta for Japan for the Japanese side. So we'll be actually be covering like the English and Japanese metas, and we'll also be going through the the mass units that was released so far up to set 12 because so far from set 10 to set 12 there has been some pretty good mass units and there have been some pretty mediocres and there's just been trained pretty okay, but I
yeah.
wouldn't say they're bad, but they're playable. But yeah, that's it.
So I think we will do the mask tier list first
Yes, the
because
master
that
list.
is the latest one that we have. So let me
Yes.
pull.
Okay. So we'll be talking through about the master list that has been released from this set, which has been from like set, what was it like set 11 to set, which has
No,
been from
no, it's just set 10 to set
uh,
11.
set 10 to no set 10 to set 12.
Oh yeah, totally, yeah, I forgot.
Forgot you did forgot the set
Yeah,
12 got
I
some.
forgot about it. And also, before
Okay.
we start, I might, I sound different from the previous podcast, and
You have a new mic.
that's because I bought a new mic, and mainly because my old mic broke for some reason. I don't know why. So hopefully y'all could kind of understand hopefully y'all understand that I'm going to be sounding just slightly different.
Yeah. There's gonna be a slight difference, but you do sound quite clean. No, it does sound quite clean from right now. Okay, so we'll actually be going through the mass units that have been released from past set 10, like set 10 to set 11, as we mentioned. So we'll be going through the from set 10 to set 12. We'll be going through the mass units about the mass units and the mass deck itself. Actually, if you want
Yep.
to go to that far. So the first one we have is actually Unica Mask.
Now, I heard people say Unica Mask is mid because Unica Mask is like it's more of like a I heard Unica Mask is a like not it's like a meh deck because it's meant to use more of like a finisher because of the fact that it can do 4 attacks, but the original Unica is way better because because amount of bind, uh and also it also is like it has some controller stuff, right? Like giving your Vanguard a crit and then retiring your rear guard, and then,
Yeah, yeah.
and
So
also triple drive, which the triple drive
yeah,
honestly really good.
yeah.
It's
So
just added
yeah.
pressure.
Yeah, so just to give you like a general context, right? I thought Set 9 Unica was actually very annoying to play against because you got the like if you were to let's say if you go second against a Unica or if you go first, you are adding the pressure to your opponent. Like you're telling your opponent to like you either no pass this bitch or you PG this or you're gonna take like 3 to 4 damage or you're just gonna get one shot OTK, which is a possibility because Dark States is very like which is a possibility because like this deck literally runs full 8 crits.
Yeah.
And don't if you're to include like the Dark State OT, it's actually 9 crits. So
Mhm.
which you're like it's very like you're either forced to PG it or you're forced to eat like a ton of damage and you're gonna have struggling to gut the attacks. The mask version of it, I don't know. I feel like the mask is actually pretty good. It's just that you just need to know how to like pilot the deck. I actually feel Unica Mask personally because I did playtest it a lot with my friend because at the start of the set 10 meta, even into the set 11 meta, we still did a little bit of playtesting. It is a really solid deck because of like yeah, you first time you get to have like the triple crit pressure. Then after you go for that play, you go into the mask play. The mask play the pressure is actually just there. I'm just gonna say to you. Although you do not get the crit, the triple drive plus the restander to push your opponents even harder at like the what is it like at the 4 or 5 damage point. It's actually honestly very painful, especially if you play a clean sweep dragon with it. That's just really just straight up annoying to play against.
I see. I see.
Especially with the recently, I feel like with especially with the order that Unica Mas just that the deck just received, it's
Oh
actually
yeah.
really it's pretty good because you get to like
What the Nakamas
psychologically
order do
you're
again? Like it gives the crit, right?
let me just check it. Let me just look it up first. Give me like a couple moments first.
But
The
anyways,
new
yeah.
the new
While
order,
you're
right?
checking, I feel like we can
No,
put
I can
it.
check. I can check it. I think it's a slight upgrade. I will put Unica Mask as like a slight upgrade because the deck is
Yeah.
already really good. The mask is just like a very good addition to like
Yeah.
for more mid to game prep for more of like a mid to late game situation because the restanding rearguard like that's the one thing I do not understand people when say it, especially WCC Kai. I hate his take when he said that this card is the worst of all the masks. I hate it because when he said that you don't get the crit and the triple drive, you just need to Jogai itself. You retire one of you Jogai the original Unica, you get the drive, and you retire. You pop one of your front row units, and when this unit attacks, you get to restand for each critical trigger to bind. You restand your rearguard for each 2 crits that are bind in the bind zone. They get like 5k from it. If you bind like 6, it's 15k to a self-ended unit being restand. It's actually honestly a pretty good effect. It's not like the
Yeah.
best, but it's actually really good.
You can power creep it pretty well.
You can power creep it really well. Yeah, that's the thing. It's actually
Yeah.
a really good deck. I just do not understand why do people not playtest this deck enough. I feel that this deck is a deck that has people still show no respect to. Because
Ah.
if you are to play against a Unica player who has like the a really competent a very competent Unica player who was like somebody who knows how to do his shit, you're gonna get your ass whipped. I'm just gonna say it, you're gonna get your ass kicked because
I see.
this deck I feel like is gonna be where people it's still a deck that people still I feel as mentioned before, it's still a deck that no one respects it. And speaking of the order, I just checked the order effect that was just released in set 12 because the set 12 actually does help that order does help the deck a little bit. Not say like bring it to like super tier 1, but it's still a good deck to play against that. I still think that people will like how to say people will do get like people will tend to get caught off guard because it's not say it's like a meta deck, but it's a deck that people will get caught off guard. Oh yeah, and speaking of the order effect is that if you have a Vanguard with Astra in its card name, counter charge one and choose 3 trigger units from your drop and put them to your soul. If your Vanguard has Astra in its card name, and if you Jogai during this turn, choose one of your Vanguard and it gets 1 critical.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really good. It's actually a slight upgrade, so it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Okay.
hmm
Now next is Guerrilla Mask, which I have zero information about.
Yeah, so just to give you a context of updates, we actually okay. So me and my friend, here's a funny story. Gravina Mask is actually kind of like one of the I I still need more playtests to playtest around this deck. I still need to playtest around it because it's actually I think the Jogai effect, if I were to recall, it has actually one of the better Jogai effects in terms of
Hmm.
like a must. Like okay, so let me just read the effect. You remove a card with not ringer from its different card name from this unit from hand, soul, or drop. You choose up to 3 meteorite cards from your drop and put it back into your hand.
Ah.
Yeah, you essentially recycle your meteorite cards back to your hand again. The main effect of this is that when this unit attacks your Vanguard, you drop any number of meteorite cards from your order zone into the drop. For every 2 meteorite cards put into your drop zone for this cost, choose up to 1 unit card from your hand and call it to rearguard circle. If 4 or more meteorite cards were put into the drop zone for this cost, your trigger effect activates twice until the end of that battle.
Oh.
It's okay. The Joker effect is really good. You get to collect 3 meteorite cards is good. But it's the second effect that is the third effect that a lot of people in the community are very split about it.
Ah.
Because if you were to compare back to the old Not Ringer has the power and the crit for the pressure.
Yeah.
That what makes this deck very terrifying to play against with. That's what my friends say, because you get the crit and the pressure, and if you pull like a crit and the OT, you can literally just boom shoot like if I'm pretty sure you get to shoot like 5 damage already.
Yeah.
5 damage lethal and your opponent's just gonna die OTK. It's a very I wouldn't say it's a. I would say that it's a mid. I would put this as a mid. for the deck, but it's just a mid upgrade because the O Not Ringer is actually still very terrifying to play against with. But I still need to have a little bit more playtest around it. But it's actually a very mid. I would say it's actually a mid mask unit, but
Okay.
comparing it to, it's actually really good. I mean, there's some that are actually just there's only like a couple that are like bad, but it's actually honestly just okay only. So yeah, I would put it as a
Did,
mid upgrade.
I guess try to take this thing as like with a grain of salt.
We have a grain of salt
Yeah,
because I'm not really too sure how good the card is because as I mentioned, we haven't really played as much. I haven't really played as much with my friends yet because we still need to figure it out.
I've never been interested in in Gravidia, so
True. Now let's go to the next one, which is
ah yes,
Jadua.
the Jadua mask. I think
What is your hot take? What is your hot take?
I think is
I see that
actually
green.
really good.
Mm,
Especially with the with Empusa.
and Pusa and the counter charger, that's the thing, don't
Yeah.
forget. In the set.
And
And
Wakaga.
yeah, it's actually a really good deck to play against. I feel like this deck, like, okay, let me just give you like
Yeah,
a
no,
general
because okay,
concept.
because it does everything. It does everything. It can power creep your opponent with it
A
can
bunch of
it
swallows.
with a bunch of
You have a bunch
swallows.
of swallows.
You can
Yes,
multi attack.
yes, and
You
that's
can
still a
give your
thing.
Vanguard a crit,
Yes.
and
The original self also adds additional pressure too.
yeah.
So I would say it's actually a very good all-rounder deck, but I do have to give you like a little bit of grain of salt is that this deck does have a little bit of like CC counter charging usage, but
Oh,
in Sweat 12 actually this deck was actually being saved by the new generic card actually.
oh,
Yeah, the new generic card is actually it's actually kind of the same. I actually don't really it's actually the same effect as all the generic cards released in set 12. So the effect is that when placed on Dragon Circle, you remove two of your right deck cards into your either from your soul or your drop and put
oh,
it back into your right deck face up, and you get to perform all the following effects. For the Dark State one, it's actually you get to have a on place counter charge effect.
oh.
On place counter charge.
Okay,
And the
that's
other
pretty good.
and the other effect is that if you place it in the Guardian Circle instead, you get plus 15k shield, which is actually really good. Which is
Yeah,
actually a very good touch. 20k shield on a great one, I'll take it. And on main phase counter charge, it's actually really freaking good. And I would
yeah,
say that's actually a really good deck. I think Dredger Mars is actually honestly with the new support that just came out, with the new generic, I think it kind of helped the deck a lot because the deck, let's just be honest with you, the deck in set 11 was actually really pain to play against because of the decreasing your power to 1 and then beating you with like I think like what a 20k with like a 50k column booster with Solace is honestly just straight up just annoying while your power's at 1. Like who actually likes to play against that?
yeah,
Yeah, I do think Dredger Mask is actually really good, so I think
yeah.
it's really good.
We can put it up here.
Yeah.
Green mask. I have zero information about it.
Okay, so let's
I don't give two shits about Greedon.
Okay, so for Greedon, this case is actually like I actually kind of always I think it was at the start of set 11 meta. I always did told my friend that hey, I kind of want to playtest your Greedon mask, but we couldn't really get a chance to playtest because one, I got COVID for the first 2 weeks of June, so we didn't even get to playtest it. And my friend sold the deck immediately,
No.
and I didn't even know how what the deck does. But from what I heard, is actually the consistent restand is actually pretty good actually. You get the consistent resets because the old Greedon is that you require to have put like 4 Desire Devils, but this one actually requires 3 Desire Devils
Yeah.
instead.
So you can
And
put like three designers on the back one and still be able to do the attacks.
yeah, you still be no, it's actually I think you can still I think it's possible to do 5 attacks, I think. I think it's possible to do 5 attacks with this one because I'm not too sure because like Greedon Mask is also another deck it's another deck that I am not too familiar with because
Yeah.
one, I don't really have much playtest with, but I didn't read the effect again, so Um, element of this unit attack, you have 3 or more Desire Devil in their card names. Cost put 3 standing rear guards into soul. Stand this unit gets plus power plus 5 can to the end of their turn. You now the thing with Greedon Mask is that now you get to attack with your rear guards instead of having it to be like a solo Vanguard
Oh
swingy
yeah.
power
Oh
shit
yeah. It doesn't have.
that it was. It's not so tedious, but the one thing that I think I remember people saying that was whining about. I don't think people whine, but the one big issue with Ogridon was that you need to have you need to input 4 desired levels to do like the big damage
Yeah.
thing. And the removal effect of the old Greedon is actually the removal effect of the Greedon mask is actually pretty good. So the effect is that you look at the top 7 cards from the deck, choose up to 1 card you desire devil in its card name among them, reveal it, put into your hand and shuffle your deck. It's basically just to like deck filter your desired devils and put into your hand, and then you get to do like your combos and shit.
I see, I see.
I think this is actually like a slight mid upgrade. Like I think it's a
Mm,
mid, but I would put it above Gravidia because it's actually because like because of the
yeah.
restanding pressure is actually really is just there.
Mm,
That's where I will put my verdict on.
okay.
Yeah, I mean like cause this is where I'll put it because I'm not too familiar. As we both said, like I haven't really got enough playtests with that card yet, so
I see,
that's
I
what I can
see.
say.
I see, I see. Okay.
Next one we have is Leon Horn Mask, which is the
All
one
right.
that I have a strong verdict for this, okay, because I did play in the set 10 meta, and I did play, and my friend did build four of the mask decks. He built Zorga Mask, uh, Liahorn Mask, Dredruo Mask, and Unica Mask.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just say this right here. Unica is the worst. Not Unica, what the fuck am I saying? Liahorn is the worst among the 4.
Yeah, I was really sad when you told me about this the first time because I'm very biased to Leonon.
No, it's actually really one of the. It's not say it's actually like a bad deck. The deck is just bad. It's just that in terms of like its turn play, it feels like it's just lacking of like. It just feels like you're lacking of power. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that the Iliahon Mass effect is actually honestly the Jogai effect is actually pretty. It's actually pretty good. Like you remove his old self, as like basically you retire one of your front row, one of your opponent's rear guards, call back a unit from your drop if I recall correct.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, and then your front row gets multi-attack, and I was like, hey, the front row multi-attack. When it was shown in the anime, I was like, front row multi-attack. Hey, it actually seems pretty good. And I told my friend, oh well, time to play Inlet Pulse Dragon again. And then when he playtest the Inlet Pulse, and this is the one weakness is that if you play with Inlet Pulse with Liahorn, is that your front row has no power up once you
Yeah.
can't persona right.
It's
That's
one
the
it's
big
one of the reasons
issue.
why I rather run Clapping Dragon because at least I get to draw in 10k and it's a 23 and it's a 28k beater.
I'm pretty sure Clapping Dragon has like a name restriction.
Really?
I think so. I know
English?
because
I never heard any about it in the English format.
let me check. Let me check. I think there's like a name. I'm pretty sure there's like a name restriction. I think, but yeah, let me just check. But just to give you like a general concern about the mask that was that like when this set was first came. Oh, and let me just read. When this unit is placed on the front row from your hand, if your back row has 3 or more units, count plus 1, draw a card. If your opponent's Vanguard is a great 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 10k until the end of turn. It seems alright to play, but it seems alright to play.
Yeah. Honest,
But
I
I
gotta
mean,
be honest. I don't really think you need to run in inlet because you already generate so much soul.
yeah, no, the inner is for the draw one. That's what we
The
speculated last
draw,
time.
but
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what we
know
speculated. But
when I played Leonard Mars, I didn't really when I
you did.
played against a few people, I didn't really see the need to.
Yeah, we actually played. Then the one thing I realized about this deck is that this deck needs to play High Tide Dragon.
No, it's not called high tide. It's tight line.
Tide Line, you need to play Tide Line
Yeah,
because
you
the
need
Tide
one
Line
for copies of
you
it.
the 10k Soul Blast itself give 10k to itself, and another unit is actually really good
Yeah,
because you
but
actually at least
you will usually give that to a
you
rear
get
guard.
to, yeah, it's actually really good.
And
It's honestly
the fact
really
that
good.
yes, it's persona restricted, but imagine swinging for 40k.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this deck. But this deck does have its own. But the issue I have with the deck is that like you attack with 5 attacks is okay, but what happens if you run out of persona right? Because once you run out of persona right, your deck is just straight up you can't do anything at all.
Yeah,
The deck is just hits for simply just vanilla, just hits you for
but
vanilla, I
vanilla.
guess.
At least
Just hits you vanilla
at least
cards.
they have the at least it's gonna be swinging for 15k, so you at least like slightly force
Slightly
your opponent
okay.
to use your hand.
It's yeah,
It's one
slightly
of those.
yeah.
It's again one of those decks where where like even if you don't persona right, even if you don't persona, as long as your opponent has 5 damage, you can pressure pretty well.
You can pressure, yeah, it's actually pretty, it's still okay, but like The thing about the mask compared to the old one is that the old one, at least you get to your Vanguard center line is very big
Yeah.
to deal with.
It's a
Then
minimum.
you
Is a minimum
40k to guard.
for
And it's a
40.
40
No, it's a minimum
40k
40.
uh,
I
50k. I think it's around 50 to 60k guard if you're to 2 to 3 past it.
yeah,
Oh, it's actually almost a guarantee PG because the old Leon Hall is actually already like
yeah.
it kind of adds in the pressure, but the mask it just feels like I don't know. The mask I feel like when I play tested against my friend at the start of the set 10 meta, I thought Leon Hall mask was going to be good. But when I play tested him further and further, realized that the deck just doesn't feel so good to
Maybe
play. And
maybe the next time you play against Yada, I use Leon Mas against you. Then see how.
yeah, let's see, let's test it out. But yeah, we play tested, it just doesn't feel so good. And even the Japanese side, right, during the set 10 meta, Leon Hall mask didn't top at all. There were simply zero tops.
Either that or people just didn't play.
No, they're just. It's not just that. I think people playtest it and they realize that it's actually not as viable as the other three masks because the other three masks at the time were way better than this.
Fair. But
I mean, I will put it. I am okay with putting it at the low of mid. I'm
yeah.
willing to put it at low and mid. That's for the whole deck because the whole deck, dude, the deck still got some
Well,
ridiculous
I'm biased.
potential.
I'm biased. No matter what, it's at least it's above. It's at least above the mid of everything else.
I think it's above Gravidia and below than Gridon because Gridon the consistent you get to do consistent resistance. It's really actually way better.
I'm biased.
Okay, fine, that's fair
It's
enough.
like nah. Go ahead. Nah, we can put it there
Okay,
also.
okay. Next one is the Magnolia mask, which is
Let's
honestly,
just put this here.
yeah, it's actually the many people surprised, right? When it was first revealed, I remember a lot of people saying that, what the fuck is this card? It only has 2 skills and that's it. The first skill is that it's the standard mask unit is that you only can ride on top of a Magnolia. Very standard, agree?
Yep.
The second effect is actually pretty good, is that all your units with Dragon Tree marker gets plus 10k and you're
So
able
if
to
I
attack from the back row.
yep. So
And
effectively 28k from the Dragon Tree marker.
yeah, it's a 20. It's actually plus 15k if you include
Yeah, plus
the
50k.
Dragon
Yeah.
Tree. Yeah, 15k. So and the Jogai effect is honestly the best Jogai effect. My friend said is that you remove one original Magnolia. Whenever your Dragon Tree marker units with a Dragon Tree marker attacks, you get to retire. You get to retire
Yeah.
your opponent's Vanguard.
It's not even like an on hit. It's just a
It's
bop.
just it's just a freaking bot wipe. It's
Yeah.
actually a really good card. It's like I don't know what to say. It's like it kind of feels like Gandiva on steroids. It's a bit of Gandiva on steroids, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but I don't have any cards that I can. Actually, wait, I kind of do, but just not enough.
Yeah, so actually this deck, honestly speaking, right, when I was playtesting it with my friend, right, this deck actually has you can actually be ridiculously flexible with the list.
Yeah.
The list is ridiculously flexible. You can actually play the DBT01 Gino style in the deck, and then you can and then transfer all that power to like one specific unit to make that unit a big ass beater
Yeah.
to guard with, and it's really honestly just straight up annoying playing.
Oh, and also
It's like
there's
the
a
backrow is a
wait, what did you
yes.
say?
It's actually basically kind of a power creep deck, but not so bad because you just need to have the setups.
And also you need to run 4 copies of Sebo, the great one.
The antler, the
The
deer, right?
DBT07 Sebo basically so plus one look at top five search
No, it's top 7. It's top
or
7.
top seven grab a Magnolia, add it to hand.
Yeah, you can add in Magnolia Mask. And
And
that card in Japan price just rising
yeah.
up. It just
And
risen up in
yeah,
Japan price.
and also that's assertion 9. But then the second skill is your persona power also affects the back row.
Yeah, so basically all those with Dragon Tree markers gets a lethal 25k.
Yeah.
It is like oh my god, how the
Yeah.
fuck am I supposed
You
to
only
guard
need
that
one
shit?
copy of it. You only need one copy of it on play.
You just need to run on field, but you just need to run like 4 copies of it in
But
case
the
you
one
get
four
what.
because the death fear thing and the search is actually pretty useful.
Yeah, the search is
And
pretty good. You get to
and
even add the Magnolia Mask, that's a good thing
yeah.
about it.
Oh yeah.
But
And also you can also play it even when your Vanguard is like either going on grade 2 because you can use it as discard fodder for your right line.
yeah, that's true because the what was it? There's actually this new double rare that was just released in set 12 was set 12.
It's the when you activate skill
Call as many reactors.
call cards from drop based on the number of Dragon Tree markers you have on your field.
Yeah, it's actually a really good card. And actually, if you I'm not sure if you watched the anime this morning, playing the Zorga right now is actually more. You get to at least like discard your Master of Hydra game early in the game is actually pretty like
Yeah. The fact that
it's pretty
the
good.
fact that you don't really need to use the mass search in
Yeah.
this deck is pretty good
No,
because
you still do run quite a lot of the Dragon Tree searches, the Beast Alabas
no,
and the
I mean
Sally.
the mass of I mean the mass of Hydra. I'm saying that I'm saying the mass order you don't need to use it for the skill. You can
Yeah, that's
just
true.
use your discard order because all your other cards can just do so much other
Mhm.
searches and better.
Yeah, but we actually did. But me and my friend we did tested this deck with the Magnolia Red Line. With the Magnolia Red Line is actually still pretty good because you get to call one of the. I
Yeah.
think it was the Grade 2 Red Line. Lattice is actually a very with the Dragon Tree marker. It's actually honestly very annoying to beat. It's actually an annoying beat stick because that shit can hit for like with the Persona. I think could hit like about 55 to 60k at back row attacker to the Vanguard face.
Yeah.
That's just really freaking
By the
annoying
way, for
because it does.
Magnolia, do you run Rainbow triggers?
Uh, when I played
I feel like Rainbow triggers is better.
when I play tested my friend with that deck, right? When I play tested it,
Huh?
right? We run 8 crits and 3 draws.
Oh,
We
okay.
still run 8 crit and 3 draws and 4 heals because the crit pressure to your because I don't think playing Rainbow is necessary because because your back row power is already so freaking big.
Yeah.
It's already so
But I think
big.
your front row power is kind of lacking.
No, your front row. Honestly, fuck the front row. You literally just
Oh,
your back rows are just gonna hit for big lethal damage, man. So it's better to just run like crits. I would say
I see, I see.
it's better to just run crits. So yeah, but yeah, because the front rows is normally just to use to like to do the little poke. You just poke them one by one. But then when
Yep.
you go to the big boys to the back row, it's just is where the fun begins.
I see, I see.
And so yeah, that's why we roughly rate Magnolia Masters. It's actually way better than I expected it to
Is it
be.
better than Juju?
No, I feel Treachery is more pressure because the power reduced to one
Yeah, okay, sure.
is still very annoying to play against. And also Treachery power creep is even like I would say it's even bigger because you're running more because you still do run Swallows. I feel like these two is like a very good are very
Yeah.
good. It's like you can make an argument which two of these decks are actually really good, but I still rate Dredger highly of it because of
Okay.
the
Okay.
I still rate it quite highly.
Yeah. Okay.
Next.
Uh now
Omnigusural.
I don't think that's a debate.
Yeah, this is by
I
far
don't
the
think that's a debate.
dude, let me just say this in like the most simplest way ever. It's like I told this to my friend a couple of weeks back when we play tested this deck. It's like you know the saying of in Vanguard G era there was like a Aquaforce deck called Blue Wave Valios deck in the
Yeah,
late of
I
June.
know. Wait, I know when you strike your Vanguard's perma 11k.
Yeah. Yeah, that is that.
So
And
it's like
also
at that
when
point
you're
it's better if you damage non-triggers.
yeah. And then also the best part of the effect is that in the mask of the mask version. Additional, for every trigger icons that have been bind, your opponent's guardians based on the trigger icons you put in the guardian circle minus 5k shield values. And you know what's the best part of it? It has the Chrono Fang effect from V era. And then that's what I told my friend. It's like Valios and Chrono Fang made love and they came out with a little baby which is Omni Gujural Mask.
They made an evil cat
They made an evil
that somehow evolved into
an
into
evil
a
eye.
freaking cat dragon.
An evil eye dragon basically. So yeah, but through like playtesting against with this deck, right? I actually playtested this deck. It's actually honestly really annoying to play. It doesn't really have much pushing power, but the keeping your opponent Vanguard center line 13k base permanent. Well, you're not well. Actually, not to say it's permanent, but when you were to damage track the trigger icon they bind, you cannot power it up
Yeah,
the moment they hit like what is it, all four rainbow triggers, and even to a certain extent an OT for a certain extent, you literally just can't do anything at all.
yeah,
And all your shield value gets a minus 5k is honestly it's like it hurts. The
yeah.
minus shield
Which
value
honestly,
is
I think that deck is better if you don't drive check your OT.
no, you just check OT, you literally jogai it. If you manage to drive check your OT before they
Cause
ban the
try to remove from
binder,
game while not bind.
no, I mean damage checked it.
Oh,
I
damage check.
if you don't if you like if because this is like a strategy move that I think my friend told me that he would have done it in tournaments, like literally he'll do it. This is what he'll fucking do, because the Omni Gujo right line, the grade 2, allows you to search for any trigger from the deck. You can be an asshole and just chuck the OT inside the soul, and then when you're about to block Omni Gujo effect, soul blast it out and then just put it in the bind zone and then just tell your opponent to fuck you, you're not gonna get that 100 million power, and your 50k shield becomes a 45k shield.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an like, but like me and my friend, we said that, right, the mask is literally just a big fuck you to all of the
Yeah,
effect triggers in the game.
like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, it's honestly just
Wait,
really
also, but it's only doing his your own turn, right?
yeah, it's only doing your turn. It's not so
Okay.
broken. It's not so broken. It's only doing your turn. It's
I
more like you're straight. It's more like this. I'm this is what I said this to my friend. You're slowly strangling your opponent to death.
I feel like the only way you can beat this deck is if you just rush it to death. Like the first time you run a grade 3. Like if you can live
You
to turn 4,
you I think
you like if
turn
you can
four,
live
turn
to
five.
turn 4 and have enough power to kill, it's possible.
Either turn 4 to turn 5, I would say,
Yeah.
if your deck
But
is
you
tolerable enough.
but if
But
you try longer than that, you're fucked.
yeah, you're just kind of fucked. This
Yeah.
deck, I feel like this deck, the one, okay, I actually did play tested it. I just wanted to give you like another general context of like a little
Mhm.
card play testing, a little bit of adventure with me. Last Thursday, I think it was last Thursday, I play tested my friend with Unica Mask. His newly built Unica Mask with the new Omni Gujo Mask, right? We actually play tested the deck, right? But
Mhm.
these decks, right? These two decks, right? They can actually go toe to toe quite well.
Oh.
They can go toe
Oh
to
right,
toe.
because the critical are gonna go to the bind zone anyways.
Yeah, so it can go toe to toe well, but what is it I have to say? The Omni Gujo has a lot of soul that can just like they can just call cards out immediately.
Oh.
Yeah, they have the Dragon Tree Grade 1 card that went on place on rearguard. I think it was on place on. It's the egg abilities that Soul Blast 2, you call a card from your soul to the rearguard circle.
A Dragon Tree card?
The Dragon Tree Grade 1. It's a really good
Oh.
effect with this deck. It's really, really ridiculously good. So yeah.
I see, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good card. But yeah. This one, like, I feel like this deck for now is, I think because we're still in the early of set 12, the meta is still developing. I can see this card being a very strong tier 1 deck that people will not know how to expect to play around it.
Yeah.
And I think playtesting this deck like a couple of times with my friend, like I think 2 weeks back I playtested this deck. The only thing I can say is that you pray you can actually survive the turn 3 to turn 4 turn and try to make sure they drop most of their resources, because this deck, their hand size is really freaking big.
Yeah.
That's the big pet peeve about it.
Like
Uh,
like this thing, the only decks currently that I think can do something about it is Barrel. That's like the only deck I can think of right now.
I think Barrow is a bit of a 50-50 matchup. I
The
think it's
50
50-50. It's 50-50. It's either you're better to get all your pieces to set up the 15 soul
yeah.
ASAP, or if you don't, you're just gonna get fucked even harder.
Yeah. I think
Um,
Corner Jab might be good.
Chrono Trigger is still decent. Chrono Trigger is still pretty good in this meta. Gandiva I think I can see Gandiva fight, maybe go
Yeah.
toe to toe with it. I can see Gandiva go toe to toe with
Like
it,
you're not
but
man, you're not like guaranteed to win, but at least like can put up a fight.
you can still put up a decent fight. You can still put up a strong fight with it. So yeah, I think
Uh
I think currently right now we're still in the earlier set 12 meta. We still don't
yeah.
really know, like in the Japanese format. We still don't really know what counters this deck, but I need to do more playtests to find out.
Yeah.
I really need to do a lot more playtests. So yeah, next one we have is the Office
It's
Mask,
Office
which
Mars,
is
the main the
the
main
poster boy for set
the main
12.
art.
The poster boy.
What?
The poster boy for set 12.
And then everyone's gonna be fanboying over.
Yeah. I actually have to give my thoughts of this deck. The deck is honestly like, I had a gruesome like a week playing testing this deck.
Gruesome.
I had a really gruesome week
Oh.
playing testing because like
Cause I
first,
honestly might plan to build
first
Office.
Because I do want to give you a little bit of a generic. I just want to give you a little bit of context when I built this deck. Is that I literally spent $62 on a freaking starter deck that has the 4 best office card. It's a must play 4 office card, Polaris Dragon in the deck.
Oh, the grade 2 is it?
Yeah, you need, yes, that card is
It is
really
the
too
one
good to
where
play.
like if you replace it on rear guard or discard, then shit happens.
Okay, so the effect is that on place on Rearguard Circle, if your Vanguard's an office, any office, you get to Soul plus 1, set yourself an order from your drop to your order zone. So you get to set like
Wait.
must be
Why
additional
is
like
it what is it called again?
Polaris Dragon, I think.
Lyrics.
It's just, the
Hang on
deck
a
is
sec,
on,
huh?
but I don't know.
The one in the battle set deck.
Yeah, that I want to say this thing, but like that shit, that getting 4 of that cards was honestly just straight up just, oh my god, it literally just
I'm pretty sure you get 4, right?
yeah, you get four, but like for the price for 60. But okay, just to give you a little context of that, I had to buy the whole deck set just to get that freaking 4 cards only.
Oh.
Because those 4 cards aren't even singles. My pet peeve is that from this set, right? This is just a little rant from me, is that why the hell does this not print as a freaking, why the hell is this card not printed in this set, and why they had to be reprinted in that freaking set instead?
Or at least be like printed as a PR.
Or maybe a promo. If it's a promo, I'm still okay with it.
Yeah, because it's at least like containable in a way.
It's still containable. It's still able to viable to get. But then, like, I just want to give you a context of the office deck set is that you only get 10,000 of it. Hello?
What?
You only get 10,000 of 10,000 of those products.
Oh.
So it's very limited. But yeah, so I just want to give you a little context of when I was playtesting the office mask was that I actually playtested with like the cycle card, and I even playtested without the cycle card, and I even playtested. I actually kind of playtested. I did a lot of playtesting with Office Master a lot recently, and my verdict of the deck is that if you don't play the cycle card in this deck, it actually feels much so clean to play.
If you don't play the cycle card?
Yeah, it feels so much clean because one, you don't use Soul Blast. Two, you get to use your CB more resourcefully on which
Oh,
units you want to use.
so office match you don't use the cycle card?
No, you don't really need to use a cycle card because the
Oh,
CB concept, because this deck needs the soul for this deck. The soul is actually kind of very important for the deck.
yeah.
Not gonna lie, and we did play tested the I did the playtest with my friend recently, and my friend did admit that if for every single time you set, the grade 3 set order, the
Yeah?
ones that every single time your Shadow Army token being placed got the additional 5k effect, right?
Mhm.
My friend did admit that sometimes when if you were to set like 3 of this in all your Shadow Army tokens plus 15k, it's honestly very annoying because that power up is straight up just
Uh,
annoying to play against. And also the Jogai effect is actually a really good effect. Is that
yeah.
remove an office, set another order from a drop. It's actually like
It's it's
chef's
it's
kiss.
it's it's, it's free.
It's free. It's good.
Yeah.
And you also get a triple drive for every 2 or world orders you discard into your drop. It's actually you get additional drive. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a solid
And the
deck.
and the and the great one office support
Yeah, it's actually a really good card
is
to play
very
because
good. I feel like it's the fourth.
it's a 3 to
It's
4,
a
but
shit
we
for. It's basically the baby version of Nuvoria.
yeah, baby version of
I
Novaria,
I
but
would I would put it in a really good, honestly.
it's actually really good because especially like just now when I was looking at Twitter, I remember it was I think it was a Japanese team format game. I think one of the top 4 teams I remember ran an office mask.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, the deck is actually really good explosive turn 3 play. I will admit the deck has a really strong explosive like mass turn play of it. It's really strong.
Cause
Uh,
I might I think there's a high chance I'll build office as like because I want to like build decks for like every single nation. I think office would be pretty good. Would
mhm.
be a good addition.
Yeah, I
Like
think it's a
a good
very
thing, a good for my bank for like for my blanket deck.
yeah, it's actually a really good deck. The deck is really good. So yeah.
I know
Next
because
one is
cause the last time I played Office Online, I was like okay I kind of like his playstyle.
you kind of like your playstyle, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you just call your tokens, you just call your Shadow Army tokens, then you just
Cause
just
it's like I
yeah.
play cause like my playstyle depends. It's either I go aggressive all in or I just play slow and or I just control and
Yeah, this
I
deck
control all
when
the way.
yeah
And this does both.
when you mention of all in, Office Mask is really all in play already.
Yeah.
It's legit all in. That's one thing I noticed that when I noticed it when you were to go for that play. It's very all in. It's
Yeah.
either you push your opponent really hard to the point where they drop all their gut resources and can't do shit about it, or you push and you win the game.
Yeah. The fact that you do 5 attacks and each column can be at least 30k.
Actually, it can be higher than that.
That's why I say
It
at
can be
least.
higher.
That's why I say
It
at
can be higher
least.
than. It can be higher than that. It's
Yeah.
actually really. It's actually kind
Especially
of
with the odd with the great order. Blah.
together. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Agreed. Next one we have is the
You mean
Zorga.
last.
Yeah. Last but not least is Zorga Mask. Zorga Mask. I think this is a really good deck. I don't think it's like goated tier.
But
I don't think
it's better than expected.
Let me just give you like a little bit general context of this deck.
Yeah.
Okay, is that this deck it's very hard to play.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of those like 3-star. It's like one of those like very high skill ceiling decks.
It's a very high scaling deck. Yes, it's a very high scaling deck, and this deck build with the recent mask actually. When I was actually playtesting my friend, when I actually got the deck, when we playtested it, right, we actually admitted one thing: the deck list is actually really fucking flexible.
Yeah.
It's really fucking flexible. You can almost play like anything. And the one good thing about this Zorga is that you can actually use the same orders to do Alka Magic.
Oh yeah, it's not like name restricted.
Yeah, it's not name restricted. It's literally you can literally use the same orders to Alka Magic. And just to give you like just to give all of you people in the chat a general code of context is that when this unit was first revealed and the full effect was first revealed, the Japanese community play tested this deck, and I can't remember who was it, but somebody in Twitter literally did a Quadra Drive Zorga mask in the first mask turn.
Yeah. Because you played the Great Tree order where it's like you discard an order, your Vanguard gets a drive. +1.
It's a grade 2, it's a grade 2 order.
Was a Great 2? Oh, that was a great thing.
Yeah, it's a grade 2 order. Yeah, it's a grade 2 order. But
Okay.
as soon as the meta got developed, actually people realized, right, that order sucks.
Yeah.
It's too restrictive. Then turns out the best order is either you play is the grade 3 is the main grade 3 order from the festival collection from 2022. And I remember there's two other orders you play. The counter charge actually there's 3 other orders you play. The counter charger and the one that allows you to resurrect cards from your drop zone and give power, and another one that allows you to mill 3 and then you call another one card from your drop zone again.
Oh, no, that's not a mill 3.
It's
That
not.
one that one is a Soul Blast one. That one is a Soul Blast one. Look at top 3. Choose one, put it to drop, then you call.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a self milling.
I have it. I see.
Hey.
I have it. I see
Now
whether
yeah, just check it first. So yeah, just to give you guys a general context, this deck was honestly like it's one of the high scaling decks. If you know how to plot your shit out, you're just simply just a really goated deck. It's just a really goated deck. It's just that you need to know the timings of it and well. This deck is really really good, but it does have its own flaw. Sure, sure. It does have its own flaws, which I'll explain to him later. So yeah.
No, it's not here. Yeah, I think it's in the box.
Yeah,
It's in the box.
but thanks for reminding me about it. Yeah, so just to give you like pros, right? The pros of the deck is that if you're Alchemy Magic, your whole front row gets plus 10k. Persona right plus another 10k is that you already got a 20k buffer to the
Yeah.
whole front row already, which is very annoying. And plus you got Rolling Prison Dragons, which is another 15k, and you got the Dragon Tree markers like another 5k. So you're making your whole front row like a bunch of beefed up boys to deal with. Very
Yeah.
beefy boys. But the cons of this deck is that I would say is that you need to know how to pilot this deck. If that's the cons of the deck, you just need to know
And
how
you
to
also
pilot
need
it.
to find back a chain.
Ranker chain. Yeah, the great one.
You also need wait what? No, grade 3.
Grade 3 ranker chain.
Not rank a chain. The one that's like Alchem Magic plus 10k and crit. No, not Vanguard Chain. Not the right lineup.
Roaming Prism.
Roaming Prism. Yeah, I keep forgetting the name.
Yeah, bro. I was thinking like, what the fuck?
Sorry,
are you- what the fuck are you
I
doing?
forgot the name completely.
Yeah. So
Yeah, like I said, you need to find Roaming Prism like very early.
in the early game, or if you have it in your hand, you can just straight up just discard it and
Yeah.
all that kind of shit. So
It's one of the best discard orders in the whole game.
especially for like any strike deck
Yeah.
that runs orders.
Mhm.
But this deck is actually like I don't want to say that it is a goated ability as what many people would say, but like it does have its flaws. And one of the flaws is that you need to understand. One of them is you need to know how to pilot the deck, because this deck, if you were to misplay any of your order, it could cost you your game.
Yeah.
That's my only pet peeve about it. Other
So
than
I would
that, it's
say it's like
actually
here.
no. I think it's a really really
Oh,
good
here.
upgrade. I think it's a really good
But it's the
upgrade.
bottom of
No,
everything.
no, no. I'll put it above Magnolia, but competitively beside Dredjewel, because I feel like let me just give you like another kind of context is that Jewel and Zorga can go toe to toe.
Oh.
They both can go toe to toe. And during the set 10 meta, the height of the set 10 meta,
Mhm.
the Dredjewel and Zorga were two of the best decks
Oh.
from that set in the Japanese meta. I don't know
Oh.
about the English meta, but like yeah, in the Japanese meta,
I
those
never
two.
really look into it that much.
Yeah, but just to give you like general context that in the Japanese meta during the set 10 meta, these two decks were like the top dogs of set 10.
I see. I see.
So yeah, this is actually kind of like our tier list for all the mask decks.
Yep.
You may either disagree with us, or you can either disagree with us, or you can agree with us. Excuse me.
Okay. Alright.
You can either agree or disagree with us, but this is our own tier list, okay? So and this is our own opinion. So suck on that.
Hang on a sec.
Okay. So once we're already gone through this, this is already like a bit of this is where we think this is where we rate all the mask, and I think it's pretty accurate for what we agreed on. Agreed. I don't know what the
Yeah,
community
I would say so.
I don't know what the community would say, but I do think it's actually pretty okay actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think next we can go into the set 11 meta English prediction
Uh,
that's going to be coming out in September for you guys, correct?
yeah. Let's just start. First up, we have Archite. Archite is
I
a
don't really
decent
know.
budget deck.
I have no info based on this deck. I have really no info on this
Okay,
deck.
so Archite basically is like how to put this? Basically, you have a Archite has a main order where like you basically get to recycle. Like there's a lot of recycling and a lot of adding cards to your hand.
So it's just a lot of plusing in the sense.
There's a lot of plussing, but it's not really triggers. It's more of like setting up. It's more like setting up for your next turn.
Okay,
It's more
fair
of a
enough.
it's this more setup B than than other decks actually.
Okay,
Other decks is like kind of like it does one thing and that's it. But this one is but this one you have to think. You have to
okay.
actually think about it.
So it's
But
actually more versatile.
and the good thing about it is you can add PG to your hand.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um.
because I'm pretty sure because it's technically because the PG is technically a normal unit.
Okay. I just want to give you a little bit of context. It's just just want to say that I don't really have much info on this deck because I don't really
Yeah.
see this deck didn't. I don't think it's a bad deck, but I just feel like this deck is just a little bit weird. I don't think it's weird. It's just that I have never played against this deck at all. Straight up.
Yeah.
So I'm fine. I'm just gonna put it at the can't rate because of no info tier. I'm
That's
okay putting it at tier because I have just simply have no info of playing against this deck at all.
Actually yeah, I only play against this deck online like once.
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 So you don't really have much info.
But from what, everything I've seen and just from what I played again and just from the guy I played
Uh-huh.
against, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's still playable, alright.
It's definitely playable. It's definitely
Okay.
playable. I will say
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Next one is
Well
the
Strahd is now this is
Wellstrad.
that I have no information, so you can just go ahead.
Actually, this deck is actually really straight up. This deck, the only one thing I can say is that this deck will just minus power to your still like the
Yeah.
see to your front line gets like a massive power upgrade. What the heck? Okay, never
I
mind.
don't know. I
We
actually gonna pop out acid.
pretend we never saw that. So just to give you a context, this deck is literally like a Shiryuki but on steroids.
Yeah.
It's very annoying to play against because at first when I saw that deck, I didn't really thought much about it until I saw one of the YouTube videos that Cup Protagonist played, and I got to see the full deck true potential power. It's honestly really really freaking annoying to play because you first of all your front row gets a massive power up boost because you minus the Vanguard to the point where I think it's like negative. I think
Uh,
I remember
yeah.
it's minus negative because I remember every single time when you operate a product, Velstra's effect is that you minus the Vanguard power to minus 5k for every single product you operate. And the Flare heights, I think, and I think it's the main battleship itself plus minus another 10k, so it's like another plus 10k buffer again. So it's like plus 20k power for every single time you minus your. But it's actually kind of very power creep. This deck. It's
Yeah.
power creep, but the setup, but you need to know how to set up because this deck is actually not very easy to play.
Yeah. Okay. So we can put it like. So where on? I don't know. I don't know where you put it. I literally have no
I'll
info
put it
upon it.
at B. I will put it at B.
You put it B.
It's
Okay.
It's pretty playable. Eva, I think we'll just need to put the new form Eva instead.
Yeah. I do. Just put this aside.
Yeah, so
Just somewhere.
Eva,
Just somewhere below.
somewhere below, yeah.
Why? Wait. Why
Eva,
is he black?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
It's just
Anyways.
Pokemon.
New ever. It's
New Eva is
cancer.
actually it's actually really good. Not gonna lie. I mean, New Eva is really good.
But it's cancer.
It's, yeah, it's just really good. Honestly speaking, it's
Yeah.
just really good to
It's,
play.
you can put it like.
So I'll put it at top of A.
Okay.
Put it S or A is actually pretty good. But yeah, New Eva is actually really good because we did because I think it was at the set 11 meta. The deck is actually pretty good to play around.
What's the new ever skill again? I
Well, when you attack, you bind the O Eva from your drop zone from your soul, and then you get to superior and Oscar either from your hand, drop, or your deck.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it. And then your Oscar Day is just the ones that can just carry the deck. Because I feel like this deck is an Oscar Day just carries the whole entire
Yeah,
deck. And the set
and ever is
11,
just their support.
yeah. I also another thing I do want to give another context is that because with this new Evas in play, it does give like you to more like you can call more. Wait, let me just read the Eva effect. Let me just so that I can like came up with like a so I can have like a draft rough context. You actually can just say what you want to say first.
What?
Yeah, just say what you want to say first, because I just need to remember
Um,
the effect.
I say all I can say is it's pretty good. That's all I can say.
Yeah, you and also so the effect is that you bind the original effect, the original Eva from your soul, search your deck from your hand or drop hand or drop for up to one Oscar Day in its card name. You can search for the grade 3 or grade 2, go to Rega Circle and that unit and this unit. So both of these units will get additional 5k. If you
Yeah.
shuffle your deck, you actually if you search for the deck, you shuffle the deck, which is just basically just deck thinning. It's actually honestly just a really solid like because you don't need to spend like resources to superior call it. You can just superior call for free.
Yep.
It's just straight up just really good. It's just really good to play. That's it. It's just a really good deck.
Yep.
Then next is Gravidia.
Nvidia.
I'll put this as B because you will be able to still one turn nuke your opponent. First turn one turn nuke it is
Yeah.
honestly still a threat.
Mhm.
It's still a threat. That's it. That's what I can say. I think we just mentioned it on the mask one. I don't really want to like explain much on it here.
Yeah.
So
Let's.
yeah,
Yeah. I think for
yeah.
all the masks, we can just give like a brief like
We
overall
can
thing.
we can just put it like where we think will be good. Upper I'll put it as C.
C.
C. I think I'll put it as C because this deck
Yeah.
actually honestly kind of lags a lot, especially with the set 10 support. I thought the set 10 support was pretty good, but when I play tested it, I realized right, this is actually one of the few brand gate decks that I would say that is a bit lackluster.
Yeah.
But in set 13, it will change because it has a new grade 3, which has a really good effect, which I'll
Uh,
explain at the end of the podcast.
I can't wait for set 13. Honestly.
Yeah, it's actually Avaganda. It's still a really good deck to play because
Yeah.
it's really good. It's still a pretty good deck because you get to because the deck still is really good, but the deck I would still say that it really just relies too hard much on persona riding.
Yeah,
And
because
the on hit
the
effect
on
you need
hit, yeah.
to yeah, that's the my pet peeve of the deck is so yeah. That's pretty much just my pet peeve.
Yeah.
I think next is the I think we can put the hero and the
Hero, we can
monster.
wait. This one
We
I hide
can't
that we
wait.
can wait. I don't think we
We
can wait
can rate
also.
it because it's a freaking promo card that
Yeah.
has we have no one for much
Messiah.
Messiah. I'll put
Honestly,
Messiah.
I think I think it needs
It's
work.
it's still playable.
It's playable, but I think it needs work.
Yeah, I'll put it like around C or B.
I would put C.
I would put it as top of C because the fact is that it's not so as torturous as Vanguard where you need to persona, right? For this one, it's just that you pray that your pieces do not get nuke or feel wipe
Oh
by
yeah,
abilities because that's the one weakness of Messiah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Office
This
Vegas,
is
the
this is
OG.
OG Office Regis. Put it around C tier also because like this is before Mask.
Why can't
Put
I
it
put
around
it? There you go.
yeah, put it as C
I
tier, I
wait, where
guess.
I put it specifically?
Anywhere in C feels good because I feel Office Regis is still okay because they still because we just need because we have to keep this in mind is that the special set deck hasn't even released yet.
The
It's only
special
when set
set?
up when it was first the Office special deck set.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
and also just to give you like a general code of context is that I'm pretty sure English is also getting it right.
yeah. It's getting it. It's getting about around the same time as set 12.
Okay, so yeah. So yeah, this is a really so I would say it's still a really good deck, but it's just that it's just very you just
Yeah.
need to know your setups and that's pretty much just it. You just need to know how to do your setup well. It's just the setup is just very tedious. That's my only pet peeve with it.
Yeah. Okay. Next, Sarah Pure Light.
D
Um.
D I'm putting it at D. I know
Yeah.
many prison players
It's
are going at
honest.
me
It's
for
honestly
D.
very brain dead.
Brain dead and also you just need to and honestly people I think people just know how to play around prison matchups well already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of prison matchups, I literally forgot of Grande effect is that if you want to play against a prison, they can literally just rob your grade 0 away and you can't do shit about it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so just a little good just a little like context of it is that Avaganda, the main grade 3 effect, it needs to have the grade 0 in the soul to not full plot the effects. If you were to remove for prison, right, the prison players can just remove from that card away from the soul, they can't do shit.
Wait, grade 3 or grade 0?
The grade 0.
Oh.
They can't
Oh,
plot the resender
oh,
combo. They can't plot the resender combo. So
no,
yeah.
but the thing is, Sarah Pure Light, with Sarah Pure Light, is your opponent chooses it, not you choose.
Oh.
Is
Oh.
your opponent is your opponent chooses. You don't choose yourself.
Oh, okay, then who the fuck said? Oh, then who the fuck said that they can choose it? Whoever the
Wait,
fuck said
what?
that you all are
No.
brainless?
No, no, no,
Where
no,
the
no,
fuck?
no, 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 no,
Dude,
no,
whoever the hell said that, you're actually just brainless, man. You're actually just brain dead.
no,
Holy
no, no,
shit.
no. Sarah Pure Light is your opponent choose. It's always been your opponent choose. It's never been you yourself choose.
Dude, that's just whoever said that is
Because
actually just straight
Sarah
up.
Pure Light is hand is hand is hand rear guard and soul.
And rear guard and soul.
How the hell you gonna choose from your opponent's hand?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
How
That's
the
true. When you
hell you
say
gonna
that
choose from
way,
your opponent's hand?
that's true. That's true. That's true. Now that you brought it up, it's actually that's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so yeah, Pure Light is just no. It's just a red flag.
It just needs a new support. All I can say is that this deck needs a new
I
grade 3.
honestly rather you play freaking B hero.
I honestly think this deck needs a new grade 3 because Purelight is honestly one of the weakest grade
Yeah.
4.
Just give it
When
just give it a
just
new
give a new
one.
grade 3. Just give it a new grade 3. Like that's what me and my friend said.
Like Boost and Bastion had one. I don't see why Sarah can't have one.
Don't forget Jiva too.
Nah, Jiva technically a new version, so
Yeah, so that's true.
nah.
Alright, next set.
Silhouette, I have no info about it.
I guess I don't want to say that the silhouette deck is actually pretty good, but I also have to put it at no info because I didn't because right I just want to give you a little
Oh
context of
yeah.
set 11. I just want to give you a little context was that and when my friend opened the set 11 meta was that when he opened the carton for silhouette he was only able to make one playset of the silhouette set.
Oh wow,
One
that's
carton
pretty bad.
one playset of it and it's at that point of time I remember there were a lot of people saying that this deck is actually a really good deck. It's like it's actually Gandiva 2.0 but Gandiva is just way better, honestly. It's just way
Yeah.
better than this deck. Barbara Sagra,
Oh, Sagra, this is set 11 meta, so set 12. If it was set 12, I would put it at an A.
no, I'll put it at B. I'll put it at B. This deck still
No,
has
I
a
think
little bit of
if
flaws.
it was the set 12 tier list, it would be an A, but this honestly is just a B.
It's just a B. I'll put it. Is it really that? Is it really that great? Because I've never really played against Barbara Sagra though. I'm just gonna be real with you. I've never played
I've
against her.
seen people play Buff Saga and it's pretty decent. The fact that you get to clear the front row and get a crit
Oh yeah, that's true. I almost forgot. That's
and
true.
the fact that you can counter charge with Trick Moon.
Yeah, that's true. But I do want to give you a one pet peeve. Clean
What?
Sweeper can suck all your trick moons into your soul.
Oh yeah. But I mean, even then, you can still technically use Basaga skill to Soul Blast the Trade Moon and call it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. True, true.
So even
Alright.
so, Queen Sweep, all it does is gain power for itself. It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And the plus,
Yeah,
Basaga decks actually need Soul. So Clean Sweep is just helping you with it,
that's true. That's
helping you
true.
with the Soul.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Next one is the stealth
Shoji
deck.
Doji. Let's just put here because I don't.
I have no clue about Soji Doji, but into I think was this set. I think Soji Doji had like a mini rise.
Yeah. In a
There's a
way,
mini rise in the Japanese meta, but it wasn't really that.
it's not that.
I remember it wasn't that. It wasn't. It was actually really good, but the hype ended really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, ended
Next is
really fast.
Eugene. Let's just put it at the D and move on.
Gandiva,
Uh,
yes, no brainer. I mean,
Although
you
I
already.
will say, I know I'm getting a little bit off topic here. I will say, in set 12, I actually think Eugene will be a really good budget deck for Dragon Empires. I actually think it will be a really good. Yeah, I say this again. It's gonna be a really good Dragon Empire budget deck.
It's an okay deck. It's just an okay deck.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
set 12 actually made it better. I will say.
But
Because
if I was to
because
say
because Eugene in set 12 has a new white line,
Great Rhine, Great
a
One,
new white line, and
Rhine.
that card's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's only the Great One that's good, but like that's only it because the deck
Oh wait,
just
oh
needs.
no, there's also a counter charger.
Yeah, that's it. That's just pretty much that's it. That's
Yeah.
just it. And Gandiva, no brainer.
Let's not even talk about him. Let's not even talk about my boy. Let's just move on.
I have no info about this deck. I have zero info about this
Wait,
deck.
I don't really need to talk. You need to talk about Gandiva, right? The fact that
No, we don't really know. I mean, you explained it in your YouTube channel already. So
yeah,
just to, yeah, basically, basically you get to have front row massive power creep. The Cobra deck, I have no idea where do we play it.
no. Mahanavana, no.
Still playable. Still playable.
It's playable, but not that good.
Not that great.
It's
Yes.
not that good. There's no CC to it. I'll put it as C.
See, yeah, that's true.
I don't know why they put this
No,
order
this is
here,
a hybrid. This is a
but
hybrid. This is
this
a
is just
hybrid.
hybrid. I honestly
This is a
hybrid is
hybrid.
shit.
I don't think hybrid is actually that good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, no, hybrid is shit. I tell you first.
Hybrid is really bad. Yeah, exactly. I
Like,
don't know.
like I will say,
The Axe Draw 2 is actually honestly pretty good. The Axe Draw 2 is
it's
actually
good.
it's good.
It's good lah,
But
I guess.
it's not bad. You get to draw 2, pot of great effect, draw 2. Pretty good. But the problem I have with the deck is that I don't know, it just feels too clunky. I feel like Jiva and all very all Jiva plus all very Maha together.
The
It
Oma,
feels
huh?
very clunky.
Yeah.
It's just so clunky to play together. That's my only thing.
No.
Just straight up no. The end straight up
The
S tier.
yeah.
The end is a really honestly a really good deck because of the two promo that just came out.
Yeah.
It's
Thank God I have one copy. I have one copy of the DO of the Jacket of Love promo. It might
Lamar.
pop back there.
Yeah, they two promos.
Then I
came
can
out
honestly sell it for like $30.
Yeah, exactly.
One copy of it in TCG costs like 42 USD.
Hmm.
It's because
Yeah.
it's just that good of a dragon of a draconic overlord card.
I think in terms of Dragon Empire decks, I think GN and Gandiva will still be good in the set 11 meta. I'll just say first.
Okay.
Next one is
Nirvana Jiva. Let me be honest.
I'll put it around.
With set 10, it got better. It got way
It
better.
got better. It got
Way
a little bit better. It just got a little bit better, but it's just that you don't have a main strong pusher. That's my only pet peeve for the deck.
Okay, Jiva is mainly to build. It's mainly to poke. It's just to poke and stall.
Okay.
Because you have the V-stand. You have the V-stand. Honestly, if you're running full-on crossover dress for Nirvana Jiva like I am doing, you don't really need the CC because this is actually your only counterblast excluding Stragario.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Out of size, this is the only card that makes you counterblast. So yeah, I would say it's definitely playable.
It's playable.
Definitely
Okay, it's
playable. I
playable.
will
It's playable.
actually, because I'm also slightly biased. I want to put it at a B.
I'll put it at the top of C if you're okay with it.
Nah, I'll put it at the lowest D.
Lower B is also pretty good. Tamayura, put it at A. Tamayura is really, really
Okay,
good. Put it
okay.
at
You,
A.
you 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 can talk about it. I have no info.
Okay, so just to give you a code of context of Tamayura is that the deck got some really the new Tamayura is actually pretty good. With I actually did I actually did borrow a friend deck to play the deck for fun. The deck is honestly really fun to play. It's actually a really fun Dragon Empire deck to play because of you calling the Doll Sisters out. I don't really it is Rinami and Ranami.
Oh
And
yeah.
you are basically the idea is that you call these two out, you just beat your opponent with all these two dolls combos every single time. The big upgrade of this one compared to the old Tamayura is that wait, I need just give me a moment first. The Tamayura, the new Tamayura, Willow Wisp Daybreak Tamayura. The effect is that you bind the O1 from your soul, choose up to one randomly or randomly from your card names from the soul, and call it to them to Rearguard Circle, and they will get +5 until the end of that turn.
Oh.
And also, the one good thing about this deck compared to the old one is that when you write this card on your right face, you actually get to search your deck for and one order card.
Oh.
Yeah, you get to search for the set A, or you can search for Broken Toys.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
Yeah, that's
PR is
actually
it?
the PR promo, yes. It's
Yeah.
actually a really good. The deck is really fun. It's actually a really solid A that you can honestly bring it to competitive and have fun with your friends.
Yeah.
Next one.
Next one is Vermilion. I just recently decided to that when BT11 comes out, I will build it.
Okay, I just want to give you.
Because I am a now coming enthusiast.
I think I'll put Vermilion top of A, maybe low S. I think. I don't know.
I
Like
would
I
I put
because
A because I don't have I have
no
not
okay.
used it
Cause I will give you like a general code of conduct. This is the only deck that can fuck against Zoga.
Oh yeah, because of the bind.
Yeah, the bind literally fucks Zoga up very bad because if you bind their Roaring Prison Dragons and their knees having, they can't do shit about it. You basically just get rid of their beefy boys. That's it.
Yeah. And also there's a great tool. I don't know whether people run it, but I saw it was pretty good. There's a great tool where like if you play a normal order distance, so plus one look at top five, call the unit. Then what when continuous this unit gains plus 5k for every card for every open circle in the
Oh yeah,
column.
oh yeah, that's a new generic that just came out from the
That
set.
one I
Actually,
feel like that one is good for the.
yeah, that's a very good. No, you can actually either play it in Vermilion or in Gandiva.
Oh yeah, because you don't really need soul.
Yeah, it's actually a really good card to play. Honestly speaking, if
Although
I'm with you.
actually wait, okay, now I think about it, I think it might be. I'll consider. I'll
Uh,
consider running in Gandiva because
It's actually a very good card to run. It's actually a very good card to run in most of the Dragon Empire decks because I mean Dragon Empire decks are based on
I'll consider
they're
running
based
because
on
I'll,
retiring.
yeah I'll consider
They're
running
based
it
on
because
retiring.
like cause cause with the new great D I just feel like I'm gonna run so many great Ds in the deck.
When you're mentioning about the new generic, I'll just need to search it out for you guys just to give you guys the
Yeah.
name of the card. Draglita Latifa.
Yeah,
That's the
and
name.
honestly, she looks kind of bae.
Lamau. Okay, so yeah.
I'm sorry.
Vermilion
I'm sorry.
Vermilion, actually, honestly, I would still say, and also Vermilion's order is one of the best orders actually
yeah.
in the game, in this set.
Yeah,
Like
the fact
you
that
can use
it gives your Vanguard a continuous thing where like
you
if
get
your
to.
opponent follows no real guards, which is very easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
You
How
plus
about
5k to both your to plus 5k
the
to
whole front row?
no it's only for real guards, which is
No,
honest.
actually no, actually no. The orders only give power to Vermilion units, now coming units only. I just remembered.
No. That's his own skill. That's his
Oh,
Vermilion's
okay.
personal skill.
Oh, okay, that's true.
No, the order one is plus 5k to rear guards.
To the front row, if I recall correct.
Front row rear guards,
Front row rear guards, yeah.
not Vermilion himself.
Yeah, front row rear guards is actually really good. And also the Vanilla right line is actually one of the best right lines
Yeah,
in this set.
like Vermilion right line is, to my knowledge, the only right line where you can actually run a playset of it.
Yeah, it's only the one of the few decks that you run a playset of it. It's actually really that good. Yeah. So yeah, next.
Yeah.
I can't see what's that guy. I have no info on that next one.
Wait. First is first. I don't know what the hell this is.
Same. Not really. Not too
I
sure
don't know
about
who
it.
the hell this is. This is a PR, so you can just not go put this
We can
away.
just barrel. I'll put it at I'll put it at C. Barrel is still pretty.
Yeah, Bevo is one of the better off-meta budget decks.
It's one of the better off-meta decks. If you
Yeah.
to like play just to troll your opponents, or if you play in your tourney, if you just want to feel playing a little bit of spicy.
If you want to
spicy
play,
tactics,
spicy,
yeah,
I
you
would say,
can
I would say it's up there.
see. Yes.
I played Bevo against you, and let's just say
I got messed up very bad. I got fucked up really bad. And I just say we were playing online, and I just want to say that there's a thing that we went through together is that I am cursed when playing online. I'm just straight up playing cursed on online.
yeah.
Like straight up, I'm just cursed. Bruce,
Oh
G4
wait,
Bruce,
let's not talk about this.
G4 Bruce,
It's the best of the worst
is the best of the worst. Yeah, I disagree. It's actually
because
okay.
you can power creep. You can actually OTK on the first time you run your grade 4.
Yeah.
You can actually OTK even when your opponent's only at 2 damage.
Yeah.
Because
Next.
Swirlers exist, Brian exists, and Marjorie exist.
Yep. Okay. Next, Chronojet.
Chronojet, I think is a yeah.
I would say it's top of A with a million. It's actually still top of A. With
Okay,
a million.
I'll just like put them side by side, but because I'm
It-
biased.
Yeah, it's true. It's still really good. The deck is still pretty good. Even though with the swallow restriction in the Japanese meta, it's still pretty good card to play. It's still pretty good deck to play. The one annoying thing is my friend always says that when you're playing against this deck is that when you go for the next stage place, you get a pray that you can either tank the first one, but when the Chronojet Dragon attacks, you have to either eat it if they unless they're lucky to pull like double crits in front of your face, then GG well played.
Yeah.
The crest is still annoying to play against. The crest
Yeah, the class is very annoying.
Next one, Funville. No idea how this deck does. Honestly speaking.
So basically, you can only run one of it in the whole deck.
Yeah, but it's like.
And you can't. You can't persona. I don't think you can persona, right? But this one is at the beginning of at every beginning of your turn, you get to retire one of your opponent's rear guard for free.
I don't know, it's a really good effect, but when my friend and I we playtested it, after that one playtest, my friend has never ever touched that deck again.
Die.
Yeah, we have
But I
never
will
touched
say the Vanguard deck set, the new support,
it's
might
good.
actually make it playable.
It's good. It's playable. I don't think it's playable. I will say it's playable, but I don't think in set 11 for where it's coming out for the English, I
Yeah.
don't think it's like.
Let's just.
Let's just put that no. We have no info at it. We have no info.
Wait, we don't see us. I just put that away.
Greedon, I think we can agree. We can just put it at top of B. I would say.
Wait, hang on. Why the hell is all this? What the hell is all this? Oh wait, no, let's just put the song mask on there.
Okay. Let's just do talk.
Guido mask.
We agreed to be B. I think it's the top of B. I would say.
The
consistent resistance is good. Consistent resistance is really good.
Wait, this is also
Next
here.
one.
So
Yeah. Next one is Unica mask. Probably say top of B. I would say, or maybe low A.
Yep. Low.
I feel like maybe we can put it at top B or low A.
We can put it. We can put it in the same in the same with Guido mask.
Nah, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Jojuo, just like last time, you'll be an A.
I would say we can put it as because the deck still can one shot you to death. It does force a lot of guarding restrictions to view, I will say.
Next is Chaos. I have no info about it.
Actually, Chaos is actually really good in this set. Chaos is really good.
Yeah.
Chaos is really good, I will say first. Chaos is really good in this set because the new Chaos actually kind of like let me just give you a kind of context. buffs up your whole front, buffs up your whole board plus another 10k for every 13 different cards in the soul. Gives itself a crit, and your Mekanis can restand themselves. So it's like a 5 attack with like I think like I think with like a 30k column boost
Ah.
with Persona, right?
Ah.
That's how good this deck is actually. The deck is actually very threatening, I'll admit. This deck is actually one of the most terrifying decks
I
when I
see. I
play
see.
tested it. I would say it's like top of A.
Top of the top of it?
I don't know, I'll put it middle of the A. Middle of the A pack. In between middle of Chrono Jet and
Like
in
here.
between
Oh yeah, like here.
no. Better than Dredger. I think Dredger is better than this.
No, no, like I mean
Easy
here,
win.
here, here, here.
No, I would say put it after Dredger. Put it after Dredge.
Oh, okay.
Put it after Dredger. It's a really good deck. If you're able to set up the combo pieces, your soul really well, you can swing for big lethal damage.
Okay. Look
Luke,
here. The
actually, honestly, Luke got really good. Luke was really good in this set. Luke got really good in this set. I would say it's playable, but not like the tier
it's
one
not like
level.
threatening.
It's not. Actually, no, it is threatening.
Well, I'm saying threatening for those that require you to retire to do shit.
Okay.
But for those like it's just based on your board, then it's not really that.
Mm,
Then but if you're playing a deck that doesn't care about your opponent's board, then to look at it as a multi attacker.
yeah. This deck is honestly, this deck got some really good support from this set. I just want to say, it got some good support, but it's like, say it's like the top of B, middle of the B. I think middle. I think you can put it like after like Greedon. It's actually definitely way
Yeah.
better than Greedon because you got strong multi attacks, and she also got some very strong beefy attackers by
Yeah.
themselves.
And the fact that the Great Tea Order you can play from the soul is pretty good.
That's true. That's true. Don't forget, yeah, that I
And
also forgot about.
and also the fact that you can use Falcate to put that Great Tea Order into the soul.
Yeah, that's true. Now that you brought it up, that is true.
I have seen a video where I seen a video where people play Velcat, well, where they purposely make sure they don't have any grade threes in their
In the
soul,
soul.
to use, and then use Velcat to put that grade three, order from the drop to the soul. So
Yeah,
that way you can recycle it forever.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, next, Viamon's Bruce.
Demon Boost.
Pretty playable. It's still pretty playable in this
Yeah
set. Not gonna lie, it's still pretty playable because the threat of a restanding column plus a lethal crit is actually honestly still
yeah,
very strong.
and with Maple giving Boost triple drive.
It's still a pretty good deck to
Yeah.
play. It's still really good. It's a playable deck.
But yeah.
But then,
Okay, okay, I'll put it like here.
yeah, he has a good middle ground. He has a pretty good middle ground.
Passion Prime.
Uh,
He's
top of C.
slightly playable.
Top of C. I'll say it's top of C.
Yeah.
Top of C is pretty good. Prime is still playable, but you have to wait. But I wasn't around this set. I remember, I think in Japan, I think it was around here where they announced the promo. Yeah, it's actually around here where they announced the promo for this deck.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah. But I think it's
Um.
the 12th Passion became like an ultimate new deck itself already.
Yep. Yeah.
But we'll
Definitely.
get into that in the later month of the podcast. We'll get into it in the next podcast. So yeah.
Ezo. Honestly, the more I think about it, Ezo's not really that good.
Yeah, no, it's not that great. I'm gonna be honest with you. That it's one of the weaker encounter decks.
Yeah, like Vermilion is just way better.
For me, it's just way
Because
better.
Vermilion is a lot more consistent.
I think the one weak point of Ezo is the power. Is that when you superior call, I feel like if you were to give it to rearguards instead, it would be way better than itself.
You saying the trigger power?
No. When you superior call rearguards, and for those superior call rearguards, I feel like they should have got. I feel like the 10k should have not been to himself. It should have
Oh
been to those
yeah.
called rearguards. That would have been way better.
Because of like there's some theory like people put where like because back in premium or with the limit break, it only gives power like when you superior call, like
It
if
gives power from the ally.
block
It
answer
gives power from.
when come for that you only give power to yourself, and Ezreal Scissors is just 10k and crit to yourself.
Yeah, that's the idea of it. It's like Ezo just gained power from his comrades instead.
Yeah.
But I do have to admit, the people who playtested Ezo did admit saying that when you have your own turn, you have the tempo to dictate the tempo. And this is only one of the few decks that I think the one unique thing about the Ezo deck is that you are the only deck that can superior right from the right line itself.
Yeah.
That's the only unique thing about it. Everything else is just feels kind of mid.
Yeah. And also, and even though you can't really do anything, when you superiorize your Ezo, at least this is more of like a turn 4 deck.
Yeah,
This is definitely a turn 4 deck.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Once
But I
once you
also
get to
think
turn 4 and get your shit happen, you can multi attack power creep pretty easily.
yeah, that's true. And also, I just want to give you like another quick of context, general context is that this deck will suffer matchups against Chrono Jet and Gandiva because if you were to go second, if you ride to grade 3, well, Gandiva Chrono Jet skill just plot and they get to do their full turns in full effect already immediately.
Yep.
That's the main weakness of this. I
Yep.
would say it's actually like towards the end of B.
End of B.
End of B. I'll put him at the end of B. I don't
Yeah, I
think
know.
he's that
I
great.
definitely. I don't know. No, I. The more I think about it, yeah, definitely end of B. It definitely wasn't the Van Achiever.
It's not as like he didn't turn out the way I expected him to be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I thought is that multi attack, your comrades get power, and I thought it
Well,
was
yeah.
very
Well,
lack.
if it's this kind of thing, well, it then well, I can probably most likely be kind of thing where like Platinizer will exist and the blood will
Platina and
exist.
blood. Yeah. Platina, the blood and glory. Don't forget
Oh, glory! Oh yeah, glory!
the
Glory
limit
Maelstrom.
break. The limit break. The
Yeah.
trio era, basically the
Yeah.
trio
Yeah. Yeah.
era. So yeah. Graham Grace.
Graham Grace is playable,
I, it's
it's
but
playable, but it's very
niche. It's
it's
very niche. Just try it out.
it's
I would
niche
just
and it's honestly kind of easy to play. It's like easy to know what it's gonna do
it's one of the
because
most
yeah,
niche decks, I would say. Niche, but in a very good way.
yeah.
Not so much in a bad way.
I would say like yeah,
Yeah, it's a very niche. It's a very unique deck. I just want to say.
because you draw a lot with this deck. You draw a lot.
I can't remember when was it, but for a period of time, there was like a couple of Grand Grace tops in some of the Japanese local tournaments.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, there was a period of
No,
time. My
my knowledge don't
friend,
know. Not like I don't.
yeah, because
To my knowledge, I don't know.
my friend sent like a deck list of saying like, what the fuck is this deck? And then when I look at it, I was like, oh, it's a Grand Grace because apparently the Grand Grace main right line wasn't released yet. Turns out what's the best substitute to play? Play the Blaster right line.
Yeah, the
MLB right line, the MLB right line.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The
They played
blast
the
the mammoth into blaster.
yeah, and Wingull. No, Blaster Blade.
Blaster blade?
No, Blaster Blade allows you to get a free draw if you can't retire. Who doesn't want a free draw, bro?
Oh, cause blaster that gets twin drive.
I rather get the free draw. I rather get a free draw, a guaranteed draw.
Uh, but blaster that you get twin drive, so you technically drawing two anyways.
Yeah, but the Blaster Blade you need to try your rear guard.
You're gonna call it anyways of Marin from within
That's true.
Brave.
That's true. Okay.
Saucers is a deck that I wish I can build, but
It's actually really good. The deck was really good.
yeah, no,
but
it's a deck that I wish I can build. It's just that I can't find what I need.
yeah, Sorceress is
If I have
actually
if I had the opportunity to build saucers, I would like instantly.
I don't want to give it a little context. I do think Sorceress in set 10 was at its peak, but in set 11, I think they were bad. They're just better decks to play for
Yeah,
set 11.
I would say
They
it's
have just better decks. I would say it's in the middle of B. Put it after Viamans.
oh okay.
Put it
Yeah.
after not put it after
Oh,
Viamans.
after
It's still playable. After Viamans, it's still good. The deck is still good to play.
Minerva,
Next.
I think is a
No, I think Minerva is S. Minerva is fucking S.
S. Oh,
No, I
that's a
think
first.
she's S really because the new
Wait,
promo and
where here?
I think in between after Eva, I would say.
Oh, what? After ever. Okay, okay.
I'll still put it after Eva because Minerva just in this set, the new double rare saved the deck. And if I were to recall, at the start of this era in Japan, the new Minerva promo just released.
Oh,
And from that point on, I've been seeing a lot of Minerva in tops.
do you have a
And it's
Minerva?
been
Do you
one
have
of
a
the
Minerva deck yourself?
I had it originally, but then I sold it immediately because the deck cost me too much to build.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the deck and yeah, the deck is honestly really good in this set because of the new support they get. And
Yeah.
regarding about like able to the new double rare, I remember I don't really know really much what the new double rare does, but I remember the new double rare sort of like helped the deck to fix a lot of its consistency issues that it had. So
Yeah,
I
and
would
I
say it's
will
a
say
really
this deck isn't really isn't that counterblast heavy. So
no, that's true, that's true. And it's also like as you mentioned about the vanilla right line, it's only one of the few right lines that you run off of 4 of the generics.
no, you have to. Oh,
You have
generic.
to run. No, not the generics. The grade ones and grade twos, you run minimum 4 copies of it.
Yeah, no, you have to.
It's
You
just too
have
good
to.
to. Yeah.
If not if you don't want to place that you're an idiot.
Yeah, just straight up. You're
Yeah.
just an idiot. Straight up. Next one, MLB.
With the PR,
With the
it's
PR, I would say
playable.
it's playable.
It's
Top
playable.
put it like, and I'll put it above Ezel. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
It's definitely above Ezel. It's very playable, and also like the triple drive threat with like a crit is honestly
Yeah.
very annoying.
And it's very recyclable. I say the great one PR.
And it's also very resources. I will say it's very
And the fact
resource.
that And the fact
Just
that with that deck, you don't need to run. That's like the grade one PR is the only grade one you need to run.
you need to run 2 promos. You need to run 2 promos. I just
No,
remembered.
I think like grade one lineup wise, other than
Oh yeah, that's
PGs,
true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
because the grade twos can boost.
Yeah, that's true.
You really
What's that
need
one?
it's not a
Cycle
man,
card.
huh? The cycle card.
Yeah, cycle card with MLB is really too good.
Oh,
If you want to be very competitive with it.
but I feel like the who are the I forgot what is it called.
Yeah, but the double PR, the one MLB that got top 4 in Malaysia, if I recall in the 7 meta, runs the cycle card and the promos together.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, he got top 4 in it, and once everybody else saw that, I think Japan got influenced by the deck and then they all started playing it.
Oh,
Yeah. Next, PVO, I would say put it at the top of C actually. Honestly, I don't really know much about PBO, not gonna lie. I have no idea about PBO.
PBO.
I can't properly rate PBO very well. I can't rate
Whatever.
PBO very well. I cannot rate it very well.
I can rate it.
I can't rate
Honestly, PBO is a deck where going second is more
matters.
beneficial than going first. Because the plus 10k to yourself and plus the dark is only when your opponent is a grade 3 or greater.
Okay.
And the PR is freaking busted for. I
Yeah,
keep forgetting what the grade 2 PR is called.
I remember the no, I remember the full
You,
effect.
yeah, it's the one where like Soul Blast one like a top 5 call a blaster if call to one blaster and shuffle.
Yeah, that's a really good. Yeah, that's a really must. That's
You
a
also you
standard.
also run that in MLB.
Yeah, you also should run it in MLB. Are you talking about the other grade 2 PBO promo where it treated itself as it counts itself as a 2 unit to when it
Oh,
retires? But
also that one. Yeah, you run both of those PRs in
yeah,
PBO.
you run both of those PRs in it. Yeah, it's a very solid deck, but
Oh, yeah.
it's a solid deck. It's just a solid
And
deck.
yeah, and I even dare say, fronts in PBO is better than draws.
It just slaps even harder, right?
It slaps harder, especially when you're already dry checking a lot with PBO and
And
freaking
blasted up.
and Blaster Dark.
Oh yeah, and also speaking of just tracking, I remember the promos that you mentioned, right? One of the promos, the two of the promos that I mentioned that were the promos that I mentioned in this deck that you run, right? Apparently when it's being retired, you give your blasted out drive checks.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
So the
So
fact that you can like swing the PR with a booster most likely plus a javelin because it's a 10k, and then after that you use PBO skill to kill itself to call Blaster Dark, then Blaster Dark to kill the booster, and then it's basically like a 25k attacker with twin drive.
yeah, it's a really good. It's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie.
So it's like you honestly, so it's like honestly if you want draws, you have a higher chance of taking out.
That's true. France is actually really good in this map when you mention
And
it.
I even especially think that running the Kid Century over trigger is the best.
Yeah, maybe, but I'd rather you run like either the blue OT or the red OT.
Not really.
Yeah,
No. Not
yeah.
really.
Okay, fair
Not really.
enough.
You need honestly PBO. You don't. What you need is not multi. It's not really a multi attack. It's more of a pressure. It's more of a run. It's a run and gun pressure.
Run and gun pressure.
It's a run
Okay,
and gun. It's a run and gun pressure.
fair
That's
enough,
the
fair
best
enough.
way I can describe PBO.
Okay, where would you rate PBO at?
I would.
Because I'll literally just agree with where we put PBO at because I have no idea how to rate this
I
map properly.
would put because I seen people. Not say seen. I've like because from this like all the support it got and everything. I would actually think it's like a B. Honestly, I
Okay,
actually
I'll
think it's
put
a
it at
B. I think it's better than
not Ringer.
not Linger. Yeah.
Actually, can we just move? Can we do some adjustment? Can we put like not Ringer near Ezo?
Oh, like here.
I'm like, yeah, here's good, here's good, here's good. Next is Solarian.
I have no info about it. It's basically the male version of Sorcerers,
It's actually not that good, apparently, from what I heard.
but I have no info, so I can't tell.
It's just not that good, yeah. Tegria is actually surprisingly really good. I'll just want to be with you.
The grade is good.
Yeah, Tegria is good. Remember the playtest we did?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The first time I played against the girl, you freaking power cracked me to the point to the point I scooped.
Yeah, it's okay. So Tegria is actually pretty good because of the grade 2 order that we had no idea it was actually really that good at first in the first place. I thought
Yeah.
it was I thought it was a shitty card to
It,
play,
it's
but
no it's
apparently
no type of card, right? On release is shit, but you have to just wait a while.
you have to wait around until like somebody in Japan to play tested this shit and they show you
Yeah.
that we
Because
can
the
actually
fact that you get the persona right, you get the persona right like on your first grade turn.
yeah, first time grade 3 and then your opponents need to at least get at least like a 15 to 20k guard. It's actually honestly very
So
very
I
cool.
actually think it's A.
Top of A, top of A. I don't think it's better than Vermilion or Chrono Jet.
You don't think
Middle
it's
of the
better?
pack.
Like here.
Uh, no wait, actually no, scratch that. I think it's not as better. It's not as better as Chrono Jet. Chrono Jet, Vermilion, and Dredgewell. I'll put it at like the after Dredgewell
Oh, after Jojo.
because Dredgewell
After Jojo. Okay.
because Dredgewell threat is still very annoying to play against. So I'm just gonna be real with you. Top of A is still very annoying.
Next is
Our
the
boy,
boy
our
Youthberg,
boy.
the edgy lord that is actually in a good way.
Yeah, G-Lot, yeah. I actually still think this deck is actually still pretty. I think this deck
Let's just put it an A and call it a day.
yeah, it's still a pretty good deck to play.
I
It's
don't know
still
where you
pretty
want to
good.
put it though. Yeah,
I'll
this
put
one
it A. I'll put it A. I'll still put it A.
like where.
I think middle of Tegria actually.
I like basically just make Tegria and Youthberg like the same.
Yeah, about the same. Yes, it's actually better. It's I would say it's it just need new support until set 13. Just need to wait till new support for set
Yeah.
13. Let's just put all the lyrical decks that we can't rate it because of no info.
Okay. No, I can wait Realista. Realista
Oh,
is a very broken card.
it's a very broken deck.
I play
Very-
against way too many Realistas, and I can tell that it's really good.
You might want to share your experience on what the deck does because I have no info what the deck does at all.
So basically, on the first turn you write your grade 2, you get to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
Okay, so basically in the festival collection, there's a new order where it's both the ruby and the sapphire.
Okay, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's it's very recyclable. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's like a bunch of cards. There's a bunch of cards where like when you play your order, you draw. Yeah. There's a card in release that where like when you play the order, you draw a card. So if you play 2 of that, you draw 2 cards.
Okay, so
Here's and the best part is I think if I remember correctly, the order itself draws you a card.
so it's basically just draw power creep you to death.
Yep.
Okay, what the fuck?
And it can do 5 attacks.
Okay, multi attack and draw power creep. Very
Yeah.
nice. Very, very nice. That's why I like it.
Because there's a Great Tea card where like where you can because basically okay so when you play so after you play the order, right,
Mhm.
you swing with your rear guards first, then you swing
Okay.
then after that you swing your Vanguard, and then there's a Great Tea card where like you can counterblast one and restand it and give yourself plus 15k.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Are you actually that
It's,
serious?
it's,
Oh,
it's only when I'm pretty sure it's only when it wait, I don't know whether the 15k is it like forever or when it restands. I don't remember.
pretty sure it's only that.
And then we release a skill. You soul blast you counter blast soul blast and restand and restand another unit.
Damn, what the fuck? That's actually pretty broken.
Yeah.
That's really annoying to play against, not gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a card where you can bounce. You can bounce cards to your hand.
So basically, if you fight against a Gandiva matchup, they just say, you can't retire our shit, we're just gonna bounce ourselves from our hands.
Yeah.
Or Vermilion matchups, so yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's very annoying to play against.
Yeah, I know. They can bounce. They can like just. You can just call a PG and bounce it back.
That's true, that's true.
And then
Okay, so
we're going like, okay, so I'm basically being attacked for like 7 million damage in one turn. I mean for 7 million power in one turn.
there's just no thank you. No, get me out. Get me out of this game. Just
Yeah.
get me out.
The only reason why I won my latest Willis Star match is because I damage OT. I, da-
Dude, that is so tilting. That is
I damage
so
OT,
damn tilting.
stop his entire attack and just beat.
Dude,
Them.
that's just so tilting. That's so
And
tilting.
just like
That's so fucking
pop
tilting.
pop 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 pop.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's just agree to put the lyricals at can't rate cause of no
Okay,
info because we
this
don't put
one,
lyrical.
no info, no. Wait, what?
Let's just put all the lyricals at no info because we have no idea what the hell this
There
deck
is
does.
one deck that I do have info of, but I
I
don't
have
think
no
it'll be that. But I know it's like that efficient.
Yeah, let's just put it at no can't make of no info.
I can kind of rate this one.
I can't really rate this at all. Let's just put it at no info just to save time.
Okay, sure.
Uh,
The evil boss.
Gifogila, I would say it's still playable. Not gonna lie, Gifogila is still really playable.
Yeah.
If you play the Dragon Empire version, it's very, very broken.
Yeah, Virina Spectra is
Very nice spirit as a thing.
Yeah, wait, but how do you soul charge though?
Soul Charge?
How do you put soul in the deck? Well, how do you put soul for Gilia? I just realized.
Just keep Persona riding, I think.
I don't know. I feel like there's a card that can like. I feel like there's a dragon. I feel like there's a Dragon Empire card that allows you to freaking soul charge.
If you're talking about that, I think it's like some of the Eugene supports. I remember some of the Eugene supports does allow you to soul charge.
Oh, Travis.
Yeah.
Travis. I remember that.
So, some of the Eugene cards does allow to build soul with it.
Yeah, no, I remember the card now is what. That's a Bulletstorm Travis. I think that's what. I think that's the full name. It's like when the Vanguard is retired, counterblast one, soul charge one retire.
Yeah, it's actually really good. So, Gifogila is actually very playable.
Yeah, I think Dragon Empire I think is the most broken one.
Dragon Empire is the most playable one. The other nations is like, pretty meh.
Yeah.
It's very meh, honestly.
Yeah, because Gryffindor, Dragon Empire, you run the Dragon Tree, you run Travis, you run Meteor Flare, and you run Expector.
Yeah. Like, we can just put it like...
Yeah, I'm gonna say Meteor Flare in Gryffindor, for a
It's really
reason,
good.
is broken.
Yep.
Broken.
Yeah,
So,
let's just put it...
But overall, yeah.
Yeah, towards the end of B, I would say, because the deck is way too turn heavy. You need to stall until you manage to get to your OG.
Yeah.
It's too heavy.
Uh,
I think put it. I think I'll put it at like. Isn't it really a disrespect if I put it at D or C? Or B is more respectable.
No, let's put it at the bottom C.
Bottom C, okay.
Cause to be fair, I see nobody play it.
Nobody plays. Yeah, that's true. Nobody plays.
Granfia, I have no info about it.
Yeah, I also don't really know much.
Flagbird is honestly kind of
Flagbird,
it's very playable.
It's very playable. It's super playable, especially with the
Even
promo.
if you got no support, it's still playable.
Top of B. I would say it's top of B. I know top of B. What the fuck? I think it's mid B.
I wouldn't say it's better than Sorceress though.
No, it's actually better than Sorceress.
Really?
Actually, yeah, it's really better because you got a guard restrict. Don't forget, guard restrict is still a thing.
Yeah. But then like you can't really the guys here I guess, but you can't bot white. Because it's
Alright,
also because also you're most likely you're just gonna intercept.
alright, that's true. That's true.
Because most of the cards are on place.
Mm-hmm. Next, okay. Next one we have
Uh
is Leon Horn Mask.
Actually there's actually two different Leonon decks actually.
Yeah, two difference. You want to rate them both at it because
We can read them both.
okay, we can read them both. This is the only exception to the other masks. This is the only
Because all
exception.
the other mods like requires the mask to play it
Original.
properly.
Yeah.
But for this one is but with it because Leonon's skill is just that good.
The OG Leon Horn is actually way better than the mask if you think about it. The OG deck is
Yeah.
slightly better than the mask. Like, I think the OG is good, but it's not like very playable. I would say
Wait, what I say?
it's good, but it's not as
OG?
yeah. The OG is still okay.
Well, I guess. But the PR for Leonon is
It's good. It's good.
way is way too broken for Leonon.
Yep, agreed.
And you and you have to run Prospect in the right lineup. I will say
Yeah.
that. You run Prospect in the right lineup. If you don't, you're dumb.
Okay, fair enough.
Because you basically plus one. You plus one with Prospect, you run the right lineup.
Okay.
Because you can so just because when you right Leonon, you can soul blast a Prospect and just call it. And just call it. Because you're technically calling it with a card ability. And then soul charge, so you don't lose soul.
Mhm. True. True. Next. Okay.
I would actually put it at
Put it around middle of B or towards the end of B. I think it's like
however, I will say that I think it's better than Overlord. I mean, better than Thunderblast Overlord.
PVO. Yeah, actually, Phantom Blast Overlord requires too much pieces, so I'm just gonna be
Yeah,
real.
but Leonon, you can just. I think you can run anything and be fine.
Yeah, true.
Well,
Mask.
no, not the grade one lineup, like the grade two, like the grade two lineup, you can run anything, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The
And you
mask.
especially need to run a Resident Dragon.
Okay. The mask is the one that I
People, not gonna lie, people put Leonon Mask as like one of the best finishers.
yeah, it's a pretty good finisher, but yeah, it's just I don't think I think
I think we can put it here, honestly.
it's good.
Yeah, the fact that in the anime the Vanajiva with the new can beat it, I think it says something.
Yeah, true. Next
Uh
is no info. I have no info on
yeah,
this. The only
let's
thing I
not
can
talk
say,
about it. Maelstrom, I have no info.
I had play tested with you with Maelstrom before though.
I know we did. I just forgot how it works because I'm pretty sure I beat you pretty
Basically,
badly.
yeah, it was pretty badly beat. I put it like end of B or end of C because the deck is still playable. The multi-attacking is still very annoying in this deck.
I will put it at a. I don't know where I'll
Middle,
put it.
I think I'll put it in middle C.
Yes.
It's a very underdog deck. It's an underdog deck.
Yeah. I know that Elder.
Uh,
Oh, by the way, I have a funny story. I have a very funny story of this. I'll tell you about it off stream.
okay, sure. Elder not so good right now. I'm just gonna be real.
Yeah.
Elder sucks right now. Even though you're unrestricted with inlet, it's still nah.
Yeah.
D.
No.
Put it with D. Put it with D. Put it with D. Fuck. Just put it at D.
No. But it's better than Eugene definitely.
Yeah, definitely better than Eugene. Roy is actually pretty good in this set.
I had no information of war.
No, Roy is actually pretty good.
Uh,
The Roy is actually pretty good in this
is
deck.
it like the best one and gun deck?
Somewhat, but not really. It's actually pretty good. It's actually a really good underdog deck that nobody talks about. And in Japan, there was like actually quite a number of Roa tops in Japan in the set 11 meta.
Oh,
Quite a number of it tops. The new Roa that was first came out is actually a really good pusher for the deck. Let me just check it. Let me just check on it.
you mean the OG?
No, the new one.
Oh, the new one. Okay.
The new one is actually way really good. Let me just check on it first. Okay, the effect is that when egg effect is that Soul Blast one call of 3 plant top to call up to 3 plant tokens. And call up to 3 plant tokens, that's just a standard. Wait, is this set 5? Oh, it is a set 5 one, sorry, I clicked onto the wrong one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what? Why the Soul Blast one is called 3 tokens and then is
No, no,
that?
no, I called the wrong one. I called the wrong one. I looked up the wrong one. This is the new one. Okay. The new one effect is that if you roll upon the old one, you call the 2 plant tokens to the rearguard circle, and they get this ability. When this unit is retired from the rearguard circle, draw a card, and then until the end of your opponent's phase, activate Persona Right with all the glitter support. It's actually the same thing with all the glitter support.
Oh.
Then when this unit attacks, you bind one of the originals from the soul, choose one of your glitter rearguards until the end of turn. This unit and this unit get plus 5k. It gets 5k, and this unit gets plus 1 critical until the end of that turn.
Ooh. Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually a really good deck because the new Roa, when your Plum token gets retired, and also they have this Momoki token. The Momoki token can be annoying to play against. I'll just
Yeah.
agree with you.
The fact that you can attack from the back row. And
Yeah.
give your red Delina. I think that was it's called.
I'm pretty sure this is
Close
what it's
enough.
called. Close enough. I'm also not too
Yeah,
familiar with it.
you
But
can get power from the Momoki token.
this deck is actually very good. The deck is pretty good. It's a very good underdog deck that nobody talks about.
Wait, where would you put it? Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
Top of B.
B.
Top of B.
Okay.
Maybe behind Unica. Maybe behind Unica and Lucie.
Okay.
Because you get to draw for every single time you retire a plant token to draw one is actually really good.
Okay.
Then Zorga Mask, put it at A. I think we'll just put it at A, I would say.
I feel like it's worse than Youth Book though.
No, it's actually I think it may be better than Tegria.
Oh.
I would say it may be better than
Okay.
Tegria,
I'll
yes,
put it here
because
then.
yeah. And this is where we rate them.
And the rest
The
we
others
can't really.
we can't really rate because they are collab cards. They're only in the Japan meta only, honestly
I
speaking.
played against this whatever this is.
Token Rambo. Let's just not talk about Token Rambo, man.
Yeah. I played Tokomamu against I played against Tokomamu actually.
Okay.
With my English gun diva and I somehow won because I judged OT.
Okay, so this is where we
Anyways.
predicted the set 11 meta to be. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it for the set 11 meta.
Yeah, that's
The tier list. I mean, there's quite a number of those we can't rate because of no info because we don't really know how well the
yeah,
deck does.
we have absolutely not like no info about
No
it.
info about it, so yeah. So the next thing about the topic we went on the discussion is the prediction for the set 12 meta.
Yep. With all the support.
All the new
Magnolia will be up there.
up there, yes. Magnolia will be one of the top dogs in this
Gandiva
set.
will be
Still
even
be
better.
top. Will be even stronger, yes. Evil Eye will be a very good deck, but I think it's a deck that nobody will expect to play against Drift because
Yeah.
it's
Because
still
I think it's like it's
new.
more brain dead than Gandiva.
No, it's not brain dead. You
Oh
need to have
what?
a brain to play. You need to have a brain to play the deck.
Oh okay. I
You
don't know.
need to have a brain.
I just made it a fuck up.
No, it's you need to have a brain to play the deck. I'm just gonna review.
Oh.
My friend had a hard time, like had a very tough time playing the deck.
Oh okay. I don't know. I just made it a fuck up.
And yeah, here's a little context. My friend wants the Hana Walker sleeve. Yeah, he wants that sleeve so bad.
Jesus.
So yeah.
Jesus.
Unika will still what else will still be good in this set? Bastion will be really, really good.
Bastion will basically will go from like a tier 4 to a tier 2.
Tier 1.
Yeah, that's true.
Tier 1. The deck will be really fucking good. I'm just gonna say it. What else would still be pretty good? Barber Saga will be more playable, I would say.
Yeah,
Surprisingly.
definitely because especially since not only the new overdress, the new arm card,
Weapons. The
new
new arm
weapons.
cards are good. The
Actually
new arm cards are
the right arm one. The fact that you can destroy the right arm to equip the shield.
and also the other arm also forces your opponent to throw 2 cards from their hand to guard. I think it's a
Yeah.
very it's actually a very good ability. I would say it does make the deck more playable.
Yeah.
Office will be a very good deck.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Office will be a really good deck. That's
The
what I
video
predict.
will be okay.
I think Gravidia will be a very good deck. I think Gravidia will be a good deck. We just need the meta to develop itself. I can
Yeah.
guarantee like somebody will get top in Gravidia, and once Gravidia got top, it will influence everybody to just play that. Gravidia will be a really good deck to play.
Yeah. Anything else?
Overall, this set is not too high, but It's actually like not the best, not the worst. It's just
Oh
alright.
yeah,
It's
there
actually
was
pretty
also a
good.
new Battle Magnet support. The only one card though.
Yeah, this set is a pretty dull support, I would say.
It's dull. It's
It's a
all it's
very
more towards the evil eye and brain gate stuff.
it's more towards the evil eye and the new bastion. New bastion will be
And
good.
evil eye it's more geared toward evil eye, new bastion, and the new and majority of the brain gate cards.
Yeah. Brangate, I would do say this set Dark States is actually a really good support. The Dark States is
Darkseid,
really good
yeah.
in this set.
I
One of the best.
yeah, Darkseid and brain gate.
Brangate I wouldn't rate it so
Oh really?
highly. It's just Dark States. Dark States is just
Oh
way
yeah,
too
okay.
good in
Okay,
this set.
fair enough, fair enough.
Kato is also pretty good in this set. So Dark State Kato is good, and also the set 13 coming out in the next month is also getting pretty hype because you get to see uh new Avaganda Grade 3, pretty solid.
Wait, there's a new Great for Avantgarde?
Yeah, it was just released yesterday in stream. So Chad, let me just dig the
It's only since set 9!
let me just search it up for you
It's
in
only since set
Discord.
9!
Give me like couple
What?
months. Let me just search it up
Well,
first because
I am excited for the new
I found the card. Okay, so the effect of the name of the new card is called Blue Death Star Skyrending Night God Avagranda Reach Tal.
Ooh.
Okay, the effect is that act on hand ability. If your opponent's Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater, cause reveal this card and buy a Blue Death Star Sky Raider Avagranda on your Vanguard circle to write this card as stand until the end of turn. It gets all the original act abilities of the card bound for this cost.
What?
Yes, you get the original ability of Avagranda.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then the effect is that at the end of the battle that this unit attack, if your soul has the grade 0 in the soul, cause discard 2 cards from your hand, choose a blue desk card Skyrender Avaganda from your bind zone and write it as stand, and it gets plus 10k and drive -1 until the end of turn.
Huh. Do you need this kind of card?
Discard 2 cards.
Oh.
But you know what's the good thing about the deck? You get to set 2 strategy orders to your soul twice.
Oh. Oh, that's good.
And you get to do it in Persona, right, too.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Your front rows are gonna hit for big lethal numbers.
Yep.
I am surprised you're not that surprised as I am, not gonna lie. I am surprised you're not that surprised.
We're surprised. I'm not that surprised.
You get to attack with 3 times with the Vanguard.
No. It's because I am slightly surprised. Not gonna lie, because I was like, wow, you get to attack. Wow, you get to attack 3 times. Damn.
Yeah, it's just too
No,
it's just pretty good
I'm like kind of disappointed because you had to discard 2 cards for the
for the
Avantgarde
cost.
for the cost.
Yeah, but it's actually pretty good, honestly speaking. It's still pretty good.
If Avantgarde like majority of the deck is like can be used as discard fodder, then you'll be good. That'll be good.
Yeah, true. It's not as good as Cater's though, not gonna lie.
I want to see Youthberg's new form already so badly.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, Avangard is looking really good for set 13. Next week for the Japanese stream, they're gonna release the CEO Wilstra deck. Got new support.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a new support for CEO Wilstra deck.
Okay.
That's coming. But than that, for set 12, I'm pretty sure we already announced what we foreshadow the decks that will be meta.
I already did say Eugene can be a decent budget deck for if you want to get into Dragon Empire.
It's pretty decent, but I don't see why would you pay that over Gandiva.
Because Gandiva is very high. It's very cost heavy. Like pricing wise. I'm pretty sure the Eugene itself costs 2 USD.
Yeah, that's true. But I also want to say one thing: Gandiva, the deck in the core itself, the playset itself, I think is like below than $100.
Really?
Yeah, it's below than $100. The only thing that's expensive,
you mean Japanese or English or both?
Japanese price is about below than 100 yen.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know Japanese price is so low.
Japanese price is very low because the only thing that makes this card very expensive is the cycle cards.
Ah yeah.
It's a cycle card. That one makes this deck very expensive, and it's also very one of the most competitive decks.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah,
I
think about it. I don't know whether I don't know if I want to run the new grade 2 generic card for set 11. for
You can
Garniva.
still play. It's a good card to play.
Yeah.
It's a good card to play. So yeah, I think with that, I think we can call this podcast an end.
Yeah, I think we pretty much have said everything. Yeah.
I think we say what we want to say. We actually got what we think is going to be really relevant in the meta. So yeah,
Uh, yeah, that's about it, I guess.
mm-mm.
We will, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. For the next month podcast, I don't know. We haven't really decided on what we want to do.
The, we haven't. The next podcast will be around the start of September, and we'll talk about it first. Okay? I think we pretty much know what the next topic of discussion will be. So
Yeah,
yeah,
stay tuned for that. And
and
yeah,
now,
we will see you all next. Well, for this podcast at least. We'll see you all next month.
next one.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye bye.